So, basically, this is going to be a follow-up to my thoughts on the Marvel DC crossover, Deadpool Batman, and kind of giving um, more of a follow-up to that, basically just kind of like what I'm hoping for the future of these Marvel DC crossovers. I don't think this will be a long video, but it's just like some more thoughts I had that I didn't bring out. So yes, I am excited for Marvel and DC to like come back together in the spirit of collaboration, or in this case, capitalism. That's kind of what it's always been. And like I said, while it is cool to see Marvel and DC to do two crossovers, um, the big thing is that you have to take into account that it also says something very dire about the status of comics, because yeah, Marvel and DC wouldn't do this unless like things were bad. Like, to get like Warner Brothers and Disney on board for this, because that's the thing, like they would have to to do something like this, they would have to go through Warner Brothers and Disney to like clarify this. Making crossovers are really hard. So again, the fact that they're doing this, says a lot. It's kind of a big deal. But at the same time, it is cool that it's finally happening after what has essentially been like 20 years. And we would have gotten crossovers sooner, or at least there would have been a better attempt if like certain people named Quesada and Dido, or Didio, or however the fuck you say is that asshole's last name, how that would we would have gotten more of an attempt to get crossovers, but no, it was more along the lines of how petty can we make the competition be. So what I'm kind of hoping for this future of these crossovers, like one of the things I'm really kind of hoping for in these future crossovers, because we also now know that apparently Marvel and DC are doing another one next year. We don't know what that will be. All they're really focusing on is the Batman Deadpool crossover. So we don't know what that is. I'm still kind of like, my brain's kind of want how cool would it be to get a Wonder Woman Thor comic by Jason Aaron. I would kind of curious to see how he would write Diana, and like that would be the Marvel comic. Like that, obviously the Jason Aaron, hypothetically, he would be the one who would be writing that crossover for the Marvel side. The DC side, just again hypothetical, if we're getting a Wonder Woman Thor crossover, the DC side, I would say maybe Gail Simone would be fun. I think she's got a solid voice for Diana. I'm curious for how she would write Thor. Or maybe Becky Cloonan. She's been really solid. She was really solid on Wonder Woman, and again, she did Norse stuff in her Wonder Woman run, so that would be kind of cool. But getting back on topic, is that it just what I'm hoping for is less noise. We've always had and what I mean by that is what I'm really hoping for with this future crossovers. I mean, it's still going to be out there, but I'm hoping for less. Oh, I love Marvel and fuck you if you like DC, or if I like DC, fuck you if you like Marvel. That's how it's been for the longest time, even when there were crossovers going on. But I hope this kind of signifies that maybe this could be the start of some more peaceful times, because God knows we need them. I would say hopefully that'll be the case. And I'm also hoping that they don't phone it in. That they don't phone these crossovers. I'm going to speak directly about Batman Deadpool right now. And this is something I didn't talk about in the other video, is that I'm really hoping they don't phone this shit in. That's the big thing. I'm really hoping they don't make it one big joke. And it'd be so easy to do that because, again, Deadpool's the character, and I'm pretty sure whether it be Wells or Morrison's comic, or both of them for all we know, is that it would just be Deadpool cracking jokes every single page about, oh, this is just a cheap crossover to keep both companies alive. You don't have to do that. And also actually appreciate that you're doing this book. I want to see actual hey, this might be the only time I get to write this character. Wells, I don't think he's written Batman. So, yeah. I think also Wells needs all the good grace right now, because, again, While I don't hate the guy, his Spider-Man, and again, the Spider-Man run is not all of his fault, but there was a lot of it did kind of shoulder on him. So, hope like this would be his comic to like get back in those graces, and I also hope that maybe we can get more experimental in the future with these crossovers. I'm kind of hoping maybe we can get some characters who aren't exactly like in the big market. Like, could we get crossovers involving like lesser known characters? That'd be kind of fun. Like, I would like, wouldn't it be fun to see Deadpool again, but with Ambush Bug? Or maybe we can get some other characters that aren't in the major zeitgeist, is what I'm saying. That's why I'm hoping for like Moon Knight to get a crossover, or some of the other lesser like B-list characters to get some crossovers, and hopefully, like, again, obviously the first few are going to be like the big guns, like that's going to be the big thing, and I also hope they listen to fans of like what they want. I was kind of myself hoping for Harley and if they were, I knew they were going to do a Deadpool crossover, and we were all kind of backing Harley, and we could still get that, but hopefully they listen to the fans enough to be like, hey, let's do X crossover, let's do that one, and take some risks. I know I talked about like how in general these crossovers are basically like, hey, comic book industry is kind of hurting right now, or it's kind of a red flag. But at the same time, like, I think it would be it would be remiss not to like roll the dice and see where a crossover of two other characters that aren't really like major popular characters, and be experimental with it. You never know how many crossovers you can get from Marvel and DC. Like, that's the other thing, is that we don't know how long this gravy chain's going to last. Like, it could be, if for all we know, maybe both these would be it, and then maybe next year, and they'll probably say like, oh, we wanted X sales, but we only got this many sales, we'll just pull the plug. So that's the and I have no doubt that, like, just for the sake of it, Batman, at least Deadpool Batman, regardless of how it turns out, is probably going to make a lot of numbers. Review-wise, that's going to be a different question, and again, Batman, Deadpool, but on that off chance, there's always that fear. So I think that's the other thing, is that there needs to be like a level of, hey, we need to enjoy these because we don't know how many we'll get. We know we're getting some next year, but who knows after that. So yeah. Anyway, so like I said, this was just kind of just a random hodgepodge of thoughts I didn't get out in the Batman Deadpool announcement vid. So yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what are your hopes for future Marvel DC crossovers? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.